Previously, we used the Web of Science to find articles based on the title or topic area. In this video, we're going to see how to find articles based on a specific researcher. Let's say that instead of looking up a specific article or topic area, I want to look at the publication record for a given researcher. Now, why, you may ask? Well, often you'll see someone doing work that you really like or find impressive, and you naturally want to see what else they may be up to. So in this case, let's take a look at some of Jose's work. What other things has he published that we may be interested in? So we go back to the article page for his built environment paper that we've been using in the previous videos, and click on his name as one of the authors. Let's click on that, and it takes us to his author page in the Web of Science. Notice it's got a lot of information here. We kind of see his affiliation, where he's at, kind of where he's been. Here's his list of publications, 168 publications in the Web of Science. Again, probably a little of a conservative estimate. I'm sure there's more out there if we looked other ways. Now, you can go through, if you're looking through his publications and seeing what he's done, if things look interesting, particularly if it's several things, I would suggest clicking on the view as a set of results. And it takes us back to this very flexible, friendly sort of format for looking at the results. Now here, again, if you see something you're interested in that you want to save the reference, check the box and then add it to your marked list, and you can export it later into EndNote or whatever citation management software or Excel or wherever you want to save that information. Great. If it looks interesting, maybe it's got a free PDF copy that you can access. Great. And now you can just keep adding articles and things that look appealing to you. You can click on the title of the article and it takes you to that paper's site page with all the same information for that. So you can kind of see how this can snowball, and you can then follow up on that paper, just like we just did with the built environment paper. So just a lot you can do with this. Okay, again, you can download PDFs if you want. See all sorts of things here. Okay, now finally, let's go back to his page. Oops, I went one too far. Oops, nope, I didn't. There we go. Gosh, it's the delay is killing me here. All right. So it also gives, on an author's record in the Web of Science, it includes a summary of their citation history. So here, kind of right here, we see that Jose has 168 total publications in the Web of Science that have been cited 7,586 times, with in 5,391 different articles. Some articles have cited more than one of his papers. That's why that's a little lower. Okay. We also see that he has an H index of 48. You're thinking, what's an H index? An H index tells you that someone has at least that many publications with at least that many citations. Now, if you're scratching your head, that's okay. That's a little confusing. In Jose's case, what that 48 means is that he has at least 48 publications, each of which has at least 48 citations. Okay? So the H index gets at both the breadth and depth of a researcher's impact. To get a big H index, and this is very, very good, you need a lot of publications that are also getting more and more and more and more citations. If you got a lot of publications and no one's citing them, your H index is going to be lower. If you get only a few publications, even if they're cited a lot, it's going to be lower because it's the combination of how many papers with a minimum of those citations. So again, it's a convenient one number that gives you that single number that gives you the sense of someone's breadth and depth as a researcher. Okay? We can click on his citation report. There we go. And it kind of gives some of that information again, but it also gives us a little bar graph of his publications and citations over time, as well as a blow-by-blow for each paper kind of for the last several years. How many citations has there been? Kind of looking paper by paper by paper and, trends over time, average per year for each of those. So again, very kind of if you're interested in understanding someone's publication record, this is a great tool. Now, in this case, notice that we've accessed Jose's authorship page by searching for one of his publications and then looking for him as one of the authors and pulling it up that way. But if you already know whose publication history you want, you already know I want to check, let's see what Jose's up to, there's a faster way to get right at that. To do that, we go back to the Web of Science homepage where we started. And notice that one of our search options is authors. If we select that, it lets us just directly enter a person's name and right at the start of the process and pull up their publication history. So let's kind of scroll down so we see things. And we type in last name, Zaponsnik. Oops. And first name, Jose, right? So we enter that. And I click search. And we're right back where we were a minute ago. Great, all right. Now let's go back here. Now notice that this approach does have an option for adding name variations. See, we can click here, and that lets you add in different names if somebody's name has changed over time, all right? Also, you may notice if you click here, notice it's name search. If you click that drop down, you have the option of searching under author identifiers. And what they are is they're unique identifying numbers or codes that identify specific researchers. Now, you need to register for them, and they're useful in some cases when you're writing grants in particular. You can enter that, this ORC ID is one of them. You can enter your ID number and it will automatically populate information about you in a grant application process. So including your publications, your previous funding, things like that. So that's handy. It also helps to ensure that everything you report is in fact accurate. It avoids questions of the name's a little different. Is that really that person, or other issues? So it says these sorts of IDs are handy. But the reality is you almost never know someone else's ID. I don't even know mine. I have to keep looking it up whenever I need it. So you probably rarely ever use that, okay? Now, with that, let's end this video here. In our next video, we'll see another way that you can use the Web of Science, in this case, to really become an expert in some given area or line of research. All right, kind of exciting. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.